music at Queen's burial breaks down. I regret everything. Did you sneak into Windsor on her anniversary, lonesome? Hello and a hearty welcome to the Queen and Kate Middleton channel on YouTube. After a week of non-stop PR updates from the traitorous couple at the Invictus Games, it is now time for our observations and arguments to be presented to you so that we can discuss it all together. To start off the new week, I want to share with you a report from the Australian tabloid magazine New Idea, which stated that Harry deeply regretted visiting the Queen's grave on the first anniversary of her passing. I promise we'll get to that in a moment, but first, let me share let's discuss Betty M's perspective first. Betty claims that everyone carried out their actions correctly. If people on the outside were as stupid as they believe we are, Harry and Meghan, Netflix attorneys, how in the world does Meghan manage to seem astonished and giggly in virtually every picture? They certainly play us all like suckers. Doesn't Betty make a valid point here? They may not have realized that we are not as foolish as they are. They were laughing in their little board meetings, planning how they were going to really get one over on us, and I could just imagine them. Boy, did we really show them up. Dion Underwood continues, I'll never forget that avaricious expression Meghan had when Harry subscribed to Netflix. Oh my God, it was so obvious that she was hiding her celebrity, but she really did believe it, didn't she? Well, it serves her well for counting her hens before they hatched, I suppose. Then, a little below that, we saw a remark from Lee. I'm trying to figure out what Meghan gains from having royal children and why it's so important to her. I know it's for insurance of some sort, so the answer should be obvious, but you know Meghan, there's always a secret agenda, and most of the time it's pretty cunning. Next, I want to share a comment from Ann Thompson. And suggested that Meghan might benefit from having royal children because it gives her a foothold in the family no matter what. Disgrace to Netflix, never again will I watch anything involving the Pond Scum duo. Because of you, the veterans have been completely screwed. It's awful that the veterans got the short end of the stick. You're correct, but I have to say, and I really appreciate you calling when the pawns are due. That was the last time I heard it. Would you kindly give me permission to use it? It really just sums up the two of them wonderfully, and underneath that, Virginia adds a comment. I'm from the United States, and I'm very sorry that a decrepit lady invaded the royal family and sparked such abominable mayhem. Virginia, I share your sentiments. It nearly makes me ashamed to be an American, to be honest. I'm not. Since she doesn't represent us, I know, as you know, but I'm still glad to be an American. Just hoping that the rest of the world is aware of that. Since Harry is their problem and doesn't speak for the decent citizens of Britain, I believe our friends in the UK feel the same way. Without a doubt, Meghan Markle does not speak for us. Then, Happy Day says, I would have had the same amount of indignation to match Meg's nerve I would have. This makes me so angry that Meg marched in front of the British soldiers and flag because it is an insult to us Brits to see her smiling in front of them. Disgusting irony, isn't it though? I mean, was it intentional? Was it not? It probably was. Knowing her, she just loves to be offensive. She loves to get people to rise to their feet. Bullies, I've long since learned, don't back down when faced. Meg becomes even more brazen when others react with politeness to their disbelief over how Invictus enabled her to get away with her prank. Depressing analysis of the games. You and I both agree. She gets away with so much, in my opinion, because she is aware that she is surrounded by people who are much classier and more courteous than she is, and she is aware that they will not call her out on her terrible behavior because they will be too startled to do so. I want to discuss a statement made by Britta Edwards next. Britta claims, purportedly to accompany Philip's casket to its ultimate resting place, Her Majesty composed a message. She apparently wrote the message with the name Lily Bed to put everything behind her. Unfortunately, Harry and Meghan completely disregarded that. Oh my goodness, I almost started crying when I read it. Since I haven't heard this before, I can't confirm it, but if it's true, what they did would be much more abhorrent and insulting. The stunning Queen was really pushed to an early death by them. The following remark comes from Laura Armstrong. Laura claims she wanted William to be with Gilbert, but she settled for Harry because she thought he was wealthy enough and because she was in love with William. Laura is obsessed with Diana and wants to be Diana, but she was only stuck with Harry, so she is now doing everything in her power to harm him in private and in public in order to drive him insane. Yes, I live in the United States, and we do not like the fact that maggots are trying to pretend she is representing everyone because she has worked. She was in trouble in college. I bet she tried it. She probably did. But yeah, I don't believe her story that she was making milkshakes for her children while she was out running around in her car played in the parking lot. And yes, I live in the United States, and we do not like the fact that maggots are trying to pretend she is representing everyone because the main reason I wanted to post this comment was because I think the notion of Meghan being placed on Epstein's island is fantastic. I wish she would have to spend the rest of her life there, because wouldn't that be the ideal punishment for her? No way off that island. Don't give her a bow, don't give her a private jet. Finally, I'd like to share with you Linda's comment, which sparked a conversation. According to Linda, I wrote the king. Why are they still on the website? I've questioned. I've warned him that many people are furious, particularly over the titles and the kids who haven't been verified to be off the mother's body. I informed him that we needed the truth and that he needed to act honorably and honestly in this situation. Right now, we need to hear the truth, and after that, we'll get some responses. Everyone, according to Ollie, should write to him and implore him to imprison her. Do you think he'll react? Wendy asks. I don't know the royals as well as you do since I reside across the water. I only know that the latter would probably be thrown away if it were over here in the United States. Wendy is correct in her assessment, but Ollie disagrees wholeheartedly. If you write the king, he or a staff member will undoubtedly respond. Hello Linda, thanks for keeping us informed. I hope he answers in a way that is acceptable, but based on what we have seen so far, I'm not sure that will be the case. So let's get back to the New Idea magazine piece I wanted to share with you. According to the report, somber Harry visited his late grandmother Queen Elizabeth II's tomb alone early on Friday, September 8, to observe the anniversary of her passing without the company of family members or entertainment. On the grounds of Windsor Castle, where the Queen is interred at St. George's Chapel, a tourist brazenly captured Prince Harry. According to the story, just one day after leaving London, he appeared overtaken with emotion as he took his leave. It served as a timely reminder of Harry's existence as a royal outlier, a life that, according to recent information, he now regrets greatly. A Windsor divide sign in Italian in order to formally acknowledge the beloved monarch's demise. Harry's family members, including his father King Charles and brother William Prince of Wales, were present in large numbers around the UK.